Hello everyone, today we'll be looking at the MP-52 Masterpiece Thundercracker. This is the third figure of Thundercracker in the Masterpiece line, although only the second mold since there was obviously the first figure. And I know this is going to blow a lot of your minds, but this is a recolor of the MP-52 Starscream mold. Alright, so we'll start off here with the packaging. As always, kind of the standard Masterpiece packaging, but it always looks great. Transformers in the logo, Masterpiece, Decepticon purple, Decepticon logo. Awesome shot here, Thundercracker in his robot mode, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be recreating the G1 Season 1 intro. Got the jet mode there. Thundercracker version 2.0, MP-52 Plus, Destron Warrior, long life design, Takara Tomy. Got a shot here of the jet mode with more logos and whatnot. On the back here, you got a whole bunch of product shots, him with various other masterpieces, shots from the show, accessories, everything that comes in the box, and of course the actual size of the figure, which I've always thought was cool that they put that on there. Shot of the robot mode on that side, and of course more logos on the top. So yeah, that's it for the packaging. Alright, we'll start off with Thundercracker's jet mode, since that is how he comes packaged, and if you have Starscream, you kind of know what to expect here, but I think Thundercracker looks fantastic, especially with these colors. He has a really nice vibrant blue, the red and the white stripes provide some great accents. I love the black back here, and of course those purple Decepticon logos are great. Just on the whole, a fantastic looking Thundercracker. Here he is, of course, with Starscream, and I think they look great together, and honestly, I do prefer Thundercracker's look over Starscream. Then again, Thundercracker has always been my favorite Seeker color scheme, so I'm a bit biased there. But they look great, and can't wait to have Skywarp with them. Now, Thundercracker does have landing gear, same as Starscream. Got one here, two back here. They fold out the same way as Starscream. Alright, next is the accessories for this form, and it's the same stuff that Starscream had, which includes this stand, which I believe is the same mold and maybe even the same color because it looks like it matches pretty well. And you have this connector piece. Now this is the same thing as Starscream. You got this two slots there, and you'll want to take this and just slide it in like that, and then take it and plug it into the top of the stand. And there you have Thundercracker on the flight stand. And of course, I think this looks great. And then you get two additional accessories in these pieces here, which will plug in to the back. Yeah, now you have Thundercracker with those plugged in. I think that looks great. And that is Thundercracker in his jet mode. This mold has a pretty good jet mode. It's got, you know, a little bit of kibble showing on the bottom, but it doesn't really bug me, especially when it is pretty cartoon accurate and just how good this looks on the whole. Now, since this is the exact same mold as Starscream, I'm not going to show the transformation in this. So to get to his robot mode, we'll go from this to this, and I gotta say, Thundercracker looks fantastic in his robot mode. I really think that the colors pop, and they really stand out here. Now, unfortunately, if you look, I do have some paint chips here. There's some here, here, and here. They're not all that noticeable, but if you are looking for it, it's definitely there, if that makes sense. And then there is one right here. So that does kind of suck, but for the most part, I haven't really noticed paint chips elsewhere. Man, the head sculpt's fantastic. The paint's great. Overall, I'm just extremely happy with how this turned out. Now we're going to look at accessories, and he has essentially the same ones as Starscream. He has the same three blast effects, being this long one, this shorter round one, and then this more, I guess you could say, dramatic looking one. They all just plug in over the ends of the null rays just like Starscream, and all of them look great, although I plan on keeping him with the longer one. Alright, he has 4 facial expressions. This one is kind of just a standard face. To me, it kind of has this sort of look of like a kind of disapproving look, in my opinion. And this is the one I tend to go with, especially based off of the fact that Thundercracker is typically the Decepticon that doesn't really feel right about the Decepticons. Then you've got a regular smiling face, a big ol' smile, and then an angry / yelling face. Then Thundercracker has, you guessed it, the stand. And of course this piece here. The same part that piece plugs into is right here. So you'll want to take it, plug it in, plug this in here, and he's on the stand. Even though right now he looks pretty awkward. I never really use this, so this isn't really a huge deal to me. It's cool and all, but don't really use it. Now you do have these again. These plug into the bottom of the feet, which is the exact same place that they plug into in jet mode. So you can do that if you want to. And that is it for accessories. I'm also not going to be going over the articulation just because I did that in the Starscream review. But of course, one of the bigger controversies of this mold is he does not have a waist swivel of any kind. But I feel like he has every other major piece of articulation that you might want from a figure. The only thing that I might call an issue is just the swivel. I do want to say though, the knee joints on Thundercracker, much better than Starscream. Not as loose, they hold pretty well. I like them a lot. They're not nearly the issue that they were on Starscream. And speaking of Starscream, here he is. Obviously, being the same mold, they are the same size, and I think they look great together. Just for some extra comparisons, here he is with MP-44. And here he is with a very dramatically posed MP-36 Megatron. So yes, on the whole, I love this guy. I honestly think that I prefer him over the Starscream version of this mold. The colors just work for me. He feels a bit sturdier than Starscream did. And you know, he just looks great. So I would highly recommend getting this guy to add to your MP Decepticons, especially if you want to have a complete group of Seekers. This is a review that should have come out a while back, so while late, I'm glad to have it out. As always, a big thanks to everyone for watching, and have a good one.